Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Liberian Radio, TV, Television Network. We're located here at the Multicultural Family Community Service, and we're here right now. Folks, can we cut?
So even though money is
Can we?
important because we have to keep the
Yeah.
lights on,
Can we cut?
what is more
All right.
important is to find out what is happening at the public health in this country in this our township, our county for you.
Radio and TV Network. We're reporting live here from Upper Darby at the Multicultural Community Family Services. Right now, we are here having the palava hut conversation on public health, and tune in very shortly after the commercial break. Please tune in with us to the conversation. But for right now, please like, follow, and subscribe to Liberian Radio Television Network. Again, please like, follow, and subscribe to Liberian Radio Television Network on every social media from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter. And we'll be reporting live from the Family Hut.
The idea of having a new health department here is super exciting, I think, and that being able to help provide services are the ones that you all really need. So with that, we just want to listen, and we want to thank you all again for inviting us into your community meeting and your palava hut and including us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. We're going to keep it moving quickly. Members of the planning committee, would you please stand just very quickly because once we move. Dr. Talbert, Madam Vice President, Liberian Association of Pennsylvania, want to formally recognize you and welcome you to again as a member of this committee. Where is Mr. Bill Kaplan?
Yes, right here.
Edith Gunglaway.
Edith Gunglaway.
D. Wilson Body Senior.
D. Wilson Bally Senior.
Paula Aisha Cole Howard.
Paula Aisha Cole Howard, and I know these are all Liberians right here. So
Vera Talbert.
Dr. Vera Talbert.
Virginia Kaur.
Virginia Kurd from India.
Yes.
Wilmeta Kakula.
Wilmeta Kakula.
My name is Bill Kaplan.
Bill Kaplan.
Lonnie Spotterson.
United States. Yes. U.S. Yes. Korean. All right, great. So members, thank you very much. Please have a seat. We're now going to transition into a very important part of our ceremony. Why do we do the palava hut? What is the essence of the palava hut? Why is it important for us in our community to do it, to have these kinds of conversations? So I'm going to have some members of our committee just give us a little clip into it, summarizing the palava hut, the essence, the importance, what makes it so unique and so special in many parts of Africa, especially in Liberia. Mrs. Way, full disclosure, she is the former Honorable Way, former Superintendent of Mimac County, Liberia, and a community activist. And we say thank you for leading this project.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Kamara. I know a lot of you may be wondering now, what is that in her hand? What is she doing with that? But as Portia just mentioned, this is the tradition. Under the palava hut, before anything is discussed, we'd like to welcome our guests in our midst. So what you see here, we call it the white thing. The white thing comprises quarters, and traditionally we have it in this tenor, which is a cultural, what I would say, the storage pan for the white thing. So I would like to call on my the guests from John Hopkins, along with some of the officials from the county who are here present, to formally welcome you under the palava hut. And this is to show you our pure heart, that you are part of us. We want to join with you. Our heart is open. And feel free to ask whatever question and say whatever you want to say to us. But this is a sign of purity of our heart, that you are part of us. You're a member of this family, under this palava hut. Everything that is said here is from our heart. And so each of you, what we do, you will take a quarter. If you like, you can make a statement, as a sign of acceptance that we are welcoming you. You're part of us. Please feel free to join.
Thank you.
Any statement?
No, we really appreciate your time today.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is the first time I've ever been to a meeting where I got money. For a donation. I've been awestruck.
Thank you.
So much.
Okay. Thank you.
May the Creator bless us all.
Amen.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you very much. My name is Artheria Taggart, and I run a family program called Strong African American Families.
Okay. So now I will pass it on to the chief. As you can see from his attire, he is the chief under the palava hut, the head elder, and so he's going to close it up.
Thank you so much. You did well. I want to welcome you, like Portia has said, and where I just ended. I just want to give you a little intro into knowing what a palava house is. As you may see, you saw the picture poster around you. It is usually a circle. It's usually a circle, but it's not always a circle. What that means is that when you see the end of it there, it's almost to the knee level to give you an opportunity. Everybody here is respected, we regard you, we love you, and we are happy that you are here. We want you to participate, say anything that comes to your mind, and be respected. And the palava house is just designed for that. We are facilitators, we are the elders here in this case. So we will be moderating who speaks, who doesn't speak. But at the same time, you are regarded, you will be given the respect to say what you want to say at any time. At the end of the sitting here, whatever we discuss is usually like a constitution. It's respected. It will be taken and it will be regarded. We want to thank you for coming here, and please feel free to discuss with our people that came from the Johns Hopkins University so that we can have a productive evening. Again, thank you. We want you to be free. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So what just happened is that each of you, the ones we've reached out to, you have now formally entered into our community, and you have now joined us under the palava hut. And we only reach out to our friends who are with us for the first time. We are not reaching out to any African here because you know what the palava hut is. So we are standing here in your behalf because all of us can stand up. And when we were passing the fender around, it's called fender, as you took that 25 cents, all of you were walking along with us because that's how we welcome people. The palava hut is a safe space. It doesn't matter what we say. It's a space that, in addition to being safe, it is so revered and respectful. So that even when we are mad at each other, we find a way to communicate in such a way that we are not taking revenge on somebody or we're not hurting somebody. So we embrace everything. And as we are about to begin the conversation about public health in Delaware County, we'll talk more about that. We want you to feel safe. We want you to be comfortable. Don't say, oh, the thing why I would say the people will carry it somewhere else. No. The only place it is going to go is to all the big people on county council because they need to hear it. It is important. That said, you are the experts, not them. And if they want to carry that message back, that report back to county council, it is important that you are heard and that your voices are represented in that study or that report. That's why we're here. And so we'll go on now to Bill, and we're going to have that conversation to begin. And hopefully we'll have a wonderful time. So, Bill, 1 second. If you are here from Nigeria, please raise your hand. And do we have any Nigerians in the room? Thank you. Do we have any Liberians in the room? Any Ghanaians in the room? Any Caribbean person in the room? Any Spanish-speaking person in the room? Any African American in the room? Any African American, any Caucasian American in the room, right? So these are the things sometimes we're not comfortable talking, but that's the beauty of the palava hut, right? When I say African American, Caucasian. Do we have, yes. And then Korean person in the room, Asian person in the room. I know there's Bill. Well, thank you. So we are pretty much diverse here, and we will begin transition. One thing though, this is important, and I'm off track here. The census is coming. We want everybody to get counted. When the people send out envelope or that letter in the mail, it will have a PIN number on it. As soon as you all get it, please go straight to the internet, on the computer in your house or on your cell phone, fill out that census and send it back to the Census Bureau. If you don't got a computer, you don't got a cell phone, go fill up the paper and send it back. If you can't do any of that, come here to Waterford, go to Central de Empire, go to the Welcome Center. Anyone in Delaware County will help you. Because for every person that does not complete the census, guess what happens? The state loses at least $2,000. And that money is the one that helps us to pay for our children child care, for those who get CCRS, to pay for Medicaid, to pay for Medicare, to pay for staff benefits, to pay for police, firefighters, health, all those things we're talking about today. So we want to encourage you. Have flyers, take them with you, and tell your friends when the census comes, fill it up. And don't wait for them to come knock on your door. So you get it, fill it up. And guess what? They don't ask anything about immigration. Documented or no documented, it doesn't matter. They just want to count how many people are in the United States. Thank you very much. Bill?
You got a mic. The mic's not.
Do I need to use that or?
Maybe not.
So I want to
introduce myself and then say thank you to the elder, because I will be helping this conversation along under the authority, functioning with some of the roles of getting the conversation started. And so, generally speaking, we will be talking about one thing, and that is health. But there are two sets of questions that we will ask you to talk about. One is about information, and one is about your experiences with health services in Delaware County. So the first thing I would like to ask is about health. And when you think of the word health, what comes to mind? Because, for example, in my household, when I was growing up, my mother is Korean. I am second generation in the United States. And the word for health in Korean is gyeonggang. But that means soundness. That is a word that means I am sound. But there is another word that refers to your body health. So there are many different ideas that I was growing up with when it comes to health. And so we would like to know, when you think about health, what word comes to mind? And again, let's begin the conversation about health. So when you think about health, what comes to mind? Your children, right? And we're just going to be writing them down. So your children, right? What else? What else do you think about when you think about, yes, Mr. George?
When we talk about health, we talk about community.
Community.
Community, because the people must be healthy before you even do anything.
Yes. So, please.
Is that what you mean by that? You said the community must be healthy?
They must be healthy.
So when you said it must be healthy, what do you mean by that?
Okay. When I say they should be healthy, in a case that they find something that is not good in the body, for example, we expecting coronavirus from China. So in where I came from, what we do here is, as soon as you see that, you report it to the people. You report it so that when you report it, then they know exactly what to do. Like in a place, we grew up with what we do, we even have a place when you enter a town, they fix a place, that when you get in town, you have to touch that water. For example, if I wrote any chicken pox, small pox, and so on. Otherwise, you will make it spread. And not only for the community, but it will also go in the area. That's one of the reasons.
Thank you, Mr. George.
So what else? What do you think about? Yes.
I think about quality of life.
It's the quality of life.
What do you mean by that?
Well, no offense to the American diet, but the American diet will feed you into the grave.
Yes.
With overstates. And unfortunately, because I'm old enough to remember when food was fresh, I remember milkman coming around. I remember the ice deliveries.
Yes, and the block.
Yes. I remember when TV dinners first came out. And because of this move in this country to make everything quick, because women had entered the workforce. And so everybody's trying to make things easier. So my mother would spend hours cooking tomato sauce and baking cakes from scratch. And I'm quite spoiled. We have 3 chefs in the family now, professional. And so the changeover, I remember the changeover from my mama canning things and people freezing things and buying it already prepared. As a result, the health of our people as a nation has gone down. Even when people come from other countries where they're used to eating organically grown and fresh foods, and they start eating this lovely American diet, their health starts to suffer. When your health is suffering, you cannot have a good life. It affects the way that you see the world, if you're living with chronic pain, all those kind of things. And that affects you on all levels. And so when I think of health, I think not just of the obvious ones, do you have a cold, do you have diabetes? I think of how are you living with that? What is the quality of life? How is it affecting your day-to-day real life? That's what I think
That's
about.
very good, right? So the quality of life, your day-to-day life,
Yes.
health in that wider term.
Suffering and pain, she said, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me for standing. Hello, everybody. This is my second time we're meeting here. Standing here is Joseph P. Paul. Some of all y'all see also, during the time we were born, there was no school in our home. We've never been to school. But our coming in America is because of the war. I was digging diamond. I had 3 caterpillars. Slept in a bush for 6 months, and I bought a deposit. I got all my pictures. I sent my son here for school, but the people that were working with me in the diamond mine, they were tracing me to kill me. My son had to send for me on an immigrant visa. I got called for my people. I won't call you. Now, what I want to say here, this is a different place we are. Come here, I struggle, I own 2 houses. America can kill people, but nobody can kill America. In our home, when you get a lawyer, the lawyer can defend you in any case. But this place, when you got a case here, you got a part of lawyer. You got the one, you got a part of lawyer. Right now, the house that I'm talking about, I'm suffering. I lose one already. A man by the name of Dinaro Rocha. He saw me in something where you're of people. He asked me, you have people in your house? He said, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, they don't pay you rent? I said, yeah. Sometimes when they don't have, even they give me a receipt, I got a receipt now. He said, I will make you get money until you will be all right.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
I want you say somebody who got some here. I won't take the 25. You don't let me take the 25. I have to explain my mind.
Go ahead.
When we came from there fight, you give us some paper. Upon that paper, the lawyer, all they show me, I go to them, they say, no, we can't talk out loud. We can't talk out loud. Right now, I got a man, a white man, I got in India. He charged me 240. After that, then he said, I'm going to pay 1,000 for 2 feet.
So the question I want to ask you.
What I'm saying here now, if y'all can help us with problems, it will be all right.
Help with those problems.
That's why we're here.
Okay.
Thank you so much. But I have that question to ask you.
Go ahead.
Because you talked plenty of things just now.
Plenty was not for nothing.
And it can't end today, right?
Yeah.
So this is the part we want to know. You said you had 2 houses and you ended up losing 1, right?
Yeah.
And you said the lawyer charged you plenty of money.
Yeah.
So how that make you feel? How has that affected? I won't use the word affected. How did that make you feel in terms of your health?
Here's my evidence. That's why I'm telling you, this place is different. When you got a lawyer, he will move any case you got, he can defend you.
So it made you feel sad, it made you feel sick,
bad.
it made you feel bad.
The woman who I bring now, she stopped me from entering my own house.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, please. Yeah, what do you think about?
Anyway, as anybody can try, I look at health as the soundness of the body.
The soundness of the body.
Yeah, you know we have 5 senses, right?
Yes.
Each one and all each have a lesson. I believe that once one is affected,
Yeah.
the rest will be better. So I think that it's overall, it's overhead of the body.
Overall, right? The whole body. the
That's
soundness
correct.
of the body.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lamini.
Hello.
We recognize you.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Nina. So I'm a recent graduate of Masters in Public Health from the University of Walden University. Let me correct that. And I am a Nigerian American. So in public health, health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, okay? But where I am from, we have a proverb that says that health is wealth, okay? When you are healthy, you are wealthy. You are happy. You can do many things. You can wake up in the morning and feel sound, as you were saying. You're not drained. You're not tired, you know. You're able to get up and do stuff. So health is wealth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very well said. Yes. Okay.
If I could expand on when you said what first comes to mind, children, I didn't know I would be able to have the opportunity to expand on that.
Yes.
Because to me, health also involves a healthy health system.
Can you say that louder so everybody hears you?
Health also involves a healthy health system.
A healthy health system.
And when you think about it, so boom, I think about my child first, what are we leading them? What type of system are they gonna go through? Because we all know the type of things we do when we feel or we feel sick, or we're listening to politicians decide laws that affect our community, or what's gonna happen over there, their children get hurt, or if one community is more prosperous than another community, what outlets can they have? So that's what I think about when I say children. We have the responsibility to lead them with something that is healthy, and at the same time they're educated and have the same type of opportunities to understand that our government, our people, our system, we are confident and want to go to seek help, to get healthy, versus saying, I can't afford this, or I do not know where to go to get the right aid or to be led in the right direction because I feel not privileged or overprivileged enough to go and get this type of thing. Because they're living in a world where we all decide what they're going to do. That's what it means when I say my child.
So what does it mean when you say to get healthy? Help us understand that.
A perfect example is what we're doing right here. We're trying to define what is our health situation right now. What is the current state of our health situation in America? How do we feel about our health situation back home? For me, I was born in Monrovia. They say I'm a little bit Americanized, but I've been out here too long. I was born in ELWA though. And from what I heard, there were people that really cared, but did not have quite the opportunities. We have people over here that care, have opportunities, and we have people over here that just want the opportunities in the health system.
Okay.
So as a community, we can uphold them and say, we want you to care, not just want the opportunities of saying, I can acclimate myself in this direction because I get this status. No, it's back to the people, because it's like if this corona thing got out of hand, right? People are not educated on what really the virus is. It's not just a virus, it's three viruses, it's three things combined together. It's not just the first time, this is just a different stage of it, But as a community, we're not all given the same information. So it's something wild, something strange that's new, but it's not. It's just a second version of it. So that's what I mean by health system.
Thank you.
We're going to come back and visit about that, where to go in a couple of minutes.
I too wanted to add that
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent.
when I heard about this, the study that we are undertaking right now, I'm taking cleanliness, clean environment. Some of you today, it's breezy out there. I don't know how many of you experienced that. And I'm coming here because it was breezy and the breeze was blowing. All the dust, all the papers were flying and just getting into your eyes. You can't see because when the environment is not clean, you also can't be well. And because they don't clean our streets anymore, so we live in dirt. When I moved here, About 21 years, where I lived was a decent place. But now, there's a lot of trash in the streets. They don't take it like I had that fault with the mayor one time here.
And are you talking Delaware County? When
Delaware,
you say when
I
I
talk
moved
about Upper
here?
Darby, yeah.
Upper Darby.
Yeah, Upper Darby, Delaware County.
Very good.
And I had that conversation with the mayor one time here when we had the palava house. They don't clean anymore. So we bound to be sick. We'll be coughing the dust in the street. As a breezy today, when you go outside, go up just before 69th Street. As soon as you finish with overpass, look right on your right. It's like a dump pad. I don't know what is responsible. So when we talk about health, I talk about cleanliness.
So, I guess the question is, when you think about, I know what comes to your mind, right? When I think about the word health, what comes to my mind is feeling. How do I feel? You wake up in the morning and sometimes you feel a little grumpy and you kind of feel somewhere, somehow, I think I'm not well. So when I think of health, the first thing that comes to my mind is how I feel.
We're going to take two more and then we'll have to transition on in the interest of time.
Yes.
Thank you.
What comes to my mind is power, strength. I just want to, when I think about it, my mind retrospect. I came from a village where we have this strong man, very strong man. He was so strong, he could pick up anything that could be 200 pounds, 300 pounds. A certain time came, certain virus affected his body. So because of that infection, he became weak. And I believe if we are healthy, we are strong. We have the power to do anything. If we are healthy, our minds are healthy. If we are healthy, our knowledge is healthy. If we are healthy, we can do anything. But in the presence of bad health, sickness, our mind, our physical strength debilitate, and we cannot do anything. So what comes to my mind is power, strength.
Sickness is our enemy.
I just wanted to expand and then we'll get more people about this idea of mind, and we'd like to also include, mental health. Yes. Think about hope and happiness.
I have hope that will live long.
Yes.
And I'm also happy every day. You are not sick. I have no pain in my body.
Yes. Yeah, so happy every day, right? And then with no pain in your body. So we're going to hear maybe one more, and then we will transition. Let's hear from Mr. George, from someone who has and then we will get to it.
Mr. Siam.
The first thing in the world is that the first day everybody pray for, be healthy in your body. When you're healthy in your body, you must say many things to God. I understand I was in nursing home for 6 months. My phone got broken, my bone came outside. I thought they were going to come on full. I saw some people how they were living. In fact, when I entered on this for less than 2 hours, I thought my life was gone. I thought my life was gone because when I entered the place, I see how people were living, their living condition. One day I asked one of the workers, can you give me water to drink? He went in the bathroom, brought the water and gave it to me. I said, I didn't need the water. And I called my nephew. I cried to myself
Nothing happened when my folk got breaking. I asked you to give me what and you take it from the Bible, oh, why would they cry? People that can't speak at all, how would they cry? People that can't speak, what they're going through. And they cry. So when you have it in the valley, that means you got everything. You got everything. But if you don't have it in the valley, you got that is zero. So when you get it, and when you get it, you're going to say, man, thank you, God, that I'm happy in my body. That's the first gate. If anybody get, you don't need to cry for anything. Well, you got the money floating out. You're not having anybody use it. So that's what I got to say.
Thank you. There were some that came in, so I just wanted to just say again, right now, what we're asking is about, when you think about health, what do you think? And then we're going to move right now? Yes. We are moving on to talking about where do you go to find out all this information about health.
But before we do that, I just want to recognize Pastor Nick Goodson, who is the pastor for Prayer Chapel, and he is also the executive director for the Bible Community Association. We welcome you to the palava hut, and thanks for joining us under. So you come to, and then you join under. We haven't done that ceremony. So we welcome Pastor Goodson and Mr. Eric Nasarbi, who is the founder and editor of Fun Times Magazine. He is in the house. We want to say welcome and thank you again. Now, there were two things that my papa here, in Liberia, someone that is our elder. He is our elder. We bow to him, we revere him, and we have several elders in this room tonight, and we call them pape. And it is a very beautiful term, one that is revered. 90 years, so he's our pape. But he said something. He talked about the loss of his house and how it made him sad. And then Mr. Sion over there talked about the accident and why in the hospital he asked someone to give him water, and they went into the bathroom and put the water in the cup and gave it to him. Wow. And for him, that was a health issue. So he said when he think about how he think about being healthy in the body, but I want us to take it one step further. Anybody ever heard about the two words called mental health? Yeah. How many of you heard of mental health? So just very quickly, yes, Doc, what does it mean when you say mental health? Because a lot of things that people said, being healthy in the body, there's another word for it. It starts with a P, then it ends with health. Who can tell me what that P stands for? Just give me that one word, Mr. George. P, what do you think it stands for? Who wants to help Mr. George? Physical health. So a lot of us have been talking about physical health, right? When two people said something, I felt sad, right? I think I heard he said I was angry. And if it's a science said I cried. No, in Liberia, we don't even talk about that. So, Dr. Define.
Well, I just wanted to go up on what she defined when we were in school. WHO gave us a definition of health. The complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not only the absence of disease or infirmity. So it covers everything.
Thank you so much.
Now, we'll be talking only about disease, infirmity, but complete physical, mental, and social well-being. So that means with his health problem, he's not healthy. And he would.
Absolutely. And Dr. Define, full disclosure, is one of Liberia's premier obstetrician and gynecologists. She is not practicing in the United States today, but well-versed, has authored many articles, and we say thank you for your service to your country and even now. Thank you. So, think mental health. Just quickly, because we have to stay on time. Tight time, we're doing well, Bill. Let's talk a little bit about mental health. When we get around mental, what comes to mind?
Loss of senses.
Loss of senses. Thank you, Mr. Zulu. Anybody else?
Depression.
Depression.
An inability to function in society.
An inability to function in society. Miss Aisha? Oh, okay. Somebody else?
Anybody from that?
Or anybody from that side? Hey, yes? Just give me.
In a word, sickness is our enemy. It makes you lose your life.
Sickness is our enemy. It makes you lose your
It
life.
makes you lose your job.
Very good, thank you. And sickness is not just physical sickness. As we're talking about public health in Delaware County, we're bringing this in because we want us all, we are the experts within our own communities, and I'm so glad that John Hopkins recognizes that, and that's one of the reasons why we're here. But we need to think about not just physical health, but mental health. In Liberia, we said the person crazy. We said that person home. They know what they're talking, they're just talking out of their head. We want them to stay there, they will kill us. I'll tell you a quick story of this lady I knew. She went to Romania to study. Scholarship, Liberian government, returned home. Completely not the same person, behaviorally and mentally. And when we were in Liberia, this person was referred to that crazy person. She went to study, she came back, she crazy now, they put her in a mental home. We don't see it as a health issue, we see it as a crazy issue. Right? So when we think about health, we have to think about both of them: depression, sadness, stress, anxiety. We have to talk about those terms. What does that mean? We'll go into it later on. So thank you for giving us all of that information. When we think about health, we mean all of those things. Now we want to challenge you. We want to make you a little bit, encourage you, to think about public health in Delaware County. And that's where we're going right now.
All right, thank you, Sis Forshaw. We're going to go into Delaware County. Before I ask the question for is, what do you know about health information in Delaware County? So I have lived in Delaware County for 20 years. Live here, have all my children in Delaware County. So I'm going to ask you the question for those of you that live in the county, that have been in this county. The question is, what do you know about health information? So what do you know? Where do you go when you get sick? Where can you find any information that has to do with health? What facility do you think that Delaware County have that will help you? So the question is out there. If you live here or you have been in this state or you have gotten services from in Delaware County, public health like clinic, when we mean by health, the hospital, the clinic, or wherever you can go to find help in Delaware County. So Delaware County, I know some people don't. For our, older people might not understand the area we call, and most of them live, like we're talking about, we talk about Darby, we talk about Yedin, Upper Darby, those are areas. Chester is all the way on the other side, but I know most of our people live around in this area, and we have Upper Darby. So when you get sick and you don't have insurance or you don't have anything, where do you go to get service? Where can you find that information, the health information? So the question is out.
But before we even do that, we're going to push it a little bit more, right? Okay. Think about that, because we want to hear from you. But we said, when you think about health, what comes to mind? Then Aisha said something else before she talked about service. She talked about not just health, but information. So now we'll go from health to health information. Thinking about health and thinking about health information, they are two different things. We agree? Yes. All right, so when you think about health information, what does that mean? So let's put Aisha's question. We'll come to it, but right now we'll put it in the parking lot. Okay. We'll park it there. Yeah. Because we want to just talk a little bit more before we come to that parking lot. Okay. Right? Before we talk about the services. But let's talk a little bit about that information. So when you think about health information, and Bill, you're going to go into that a little bit more. What does that mean? Yes. Information. What and why information means? It means to what? Check up. Eh? It means check up. Okay, very cool. What else does it mean? Health worker. When you say I got worker, okay. When somebody say I got information today, what do you mean is that? Something to tell you. To tell, right? To know. To know. To be aware. If we do not know,
Even there's a thing on the floor now that is borrowed from China. There's no information given to us. People will come and say this, so we are panicked.
Perfect example.
Because somebody is supposed to come out, somebody who is well known to it, will come out and tell us what to do. We must know the symptom. He must tell us the symptom.
Right.
That is how it happened. Okay. If you are coughing, it's not just because you're coughing, but then they have to tell you to explain things. If you know the explanation, then you go to the next man and say, look, the thing that coming, this is what's going to happen.
Mr. Josh, I gave you A. Thank you. Bill gave Mr. Josh A, right?
So, like what Mr. George was saying, if you're coughing, who tells you? Where can you find out if the cough is just a little bit, or if the cough is serious? So even on this end of the room, we do not want to forget you.
Yeah.
What we're asking is all these issues that we were talking about. Where have you gone? Or what do you want to know? And where do you go find that information? If you are looking, where have you gone before? How do you get information about health?
Absolutely.
Oh, 1 second, Mr. From a clinic.
Yeah.
What is your experience at clinics? Are they open? Are they?
Sometimes nurses and doctors, efficient people there, you go and explain what happened to you.
Tell them.
Then sometimes somebody there to test you or give you, examine you or something, and let you know that so and so thing doing you. So take this, and when you take it, you'll be okay. That's it.
Explanations can be helpful.
Yeah.
Right? Very good.
So that clinic that you're talking about, that clinic in Delaware County here? Or that clinic someplace else you can go?
Where is the clinic?
All right, thank you.
Now you go to Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Okay, to the hospital.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay.
For those of us, I'm on Medicare.
Okay.
I'm also a breast cancer survivor. And I didn't even know that I had it. But there's a woman who is Jamaican. Her name is Dr. Camille Reagan, and she has been doing outreach. Some of you in the Caribbean community, you might have gone over to Reverend Poyce's church when she has given information about breast cancer, because little is or followed through within the Caribbean and African communities, and women are dying needlessly because they don't have the information. So there are people who are doing outreach, and if you have the ability to get into one of those meetings or whatever, by all means go. But for me personally, it is because of her and seeing the information that she gave that frightened me so badly, because I didn't know that cancer will continue to grow inside the body until it breaks through the skin and grows in clusters outside. That scared me. That's what made me run and get a mammogram, which is free. You can walk in to, I know you can get a free one down at Mercy Fitzgerald. I don't know, but I assume in the other hospitals also. Get those checkups. Go and find out what is happening, because it could save your life. I managed to keep both of mine, so because we caught it early. But that information from that symposium that she gave made me run and get a mammogram, and that's when they started seeing it.
Was it in Delaware County?
Mercy Fitzgerald.
So if I could emphasize three things that I've been hearing. One is there's a particular person, a clinic, maybe the nurse and doctor, this woman that was giving you an explanation. So hearing something from a person is very important. The other thing that I heard you mentioned, where do I go to get a free screening?
Yes.
And that is information also. So I just want to ask to stick with that, and this is for Specifically about breast cancer screening. Do people here know where you can go?
In Delaware County?
In Delaware County?
No.
No.
So
So
yes,
yes,
I
yeah,
just
yes.
had mine, yes.
Yeah. So where did you learn how to get, I know it's your field, but
Yeah, I went to Delaware County Memorial Hospital.
Delaware County Memorial.
And I've always gone there. But the thing, as you're saying about the African and Caribbean communities not knowing, is because most of our ancestors gave us oral history, you know, and there wasn't much of knowledge about breast cancer and cancer like that. Everything was more supernatural, witchcraft, you know, per se. You know, it's just like she's talking about mental illness. It's like, oh, he's crazy, she's crazy. There's that stigma that's attached to it that people don't want to, like, you know, say, oh, my family has this. There's no history to, like, build on, you know, like they asked me yesterday, does anybody in your family have breast cancer? None that I know of, because nobody has said so.
So does that mean, just to come back to what you said, and we really want to focus about where do we go in Delaware County to get health information? And as we think about that, I want to give a shout out to the Iberian Radio, to the Iberian Radio and Television Network. We said thank you for being with us tonight and broadcasting this live. So going back, when you think about health information in Delaware County, yes, we have all of the cultural things, and we'll go into that, talk a little bit about treatment, which will take us into services and remedies. But besides going to the clinic to get your health information, or going to the doctor to get health information, what other places in Delaware County do you find yourself going to get health information? Mr. Nasheed. Church. The church, okay. Mr. Nasheed?
One of the places in Delaware County, Upper Darby particularly, you can go to is the Community Policing Center on Long Lane. The job of the Community Policing Center is to provide resources to the community. So if you come to me, I work there, if you come to me and say, I need a doctor, I don't have any money, I don't have any insurance, I find you that doctor so that you can go to. If you say I do have a little money, then I find you a place that takes that. If you have any ailment you want to find information about, you go to the Community Policing Center, and I'll give you information on that. That's my job, to stay on top of resources. Information is resources, and awareness is resources.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ellis. So what we are hearing is that we can go to the Upper Darby Community Policing Center and get information about health. Is that what we're hearing?
You can get information about health and resources. Health and resources go together.
Absolutely. So what we are hearing again is that information we are getting actually from what we're hearing is here are resources about health.
Yes.
Is that what we're hearing?
Yes.
Thank you so much. So give us an example of what some of those health information resources might be or might look like.
Well,
people
here, they talked about stress and depression.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to read up on stress and depression. I have that in my office.
Thank you.
You might need a clinic. For example, Chest Pen Clinic up on State Road. Well, I have the contact information for you. I can call with you. I can give it to you to call to make an appointment. You might not have any money for help. I have a clinic in Philadelphia. We can call them to see if you can get that help.
Thank you so much, Pat. It's blowing my mind. Because when we think about going to the police station, it's either to report a crime, either we're a victim of crime, or we are a perpetrator of community. We did it. And that's why we're going to the police station. Or if we're going to the community policing, it's because we know we did it, but we're too afraid to go to the police station directly. So we go to people like Nasheed who will walk us to the police station because it's much safer. Is that it, Mr. Ali?
That's true. And Pastor Goodson just reminded me of the drug program for people that's on opioid addiction. The police department has a place or a resource for that where you can get social services and help.
Thank you. So the takeaway is don't only go to the police station because somebody stole the car. Or because maybe the people thought you were John Brown, but you were not really John Brown, but you look like John Brown, so they came and got you. Yeah. Sadly, or got me. But we can go to the police station for help too, for health information. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Can I just add too, the Welcome Center is another place. You know, the Welcome Center deals with people that live in Delaware County, but they're from other countries. You know, they're from Africa, they're from Haiti, they're from South America. You can go there, the Welcome Center on Walnut Street, and get resources on health and other things.
So, yeah, the Welcome Center is a government office in Upper Darby, a township office that they provide the services. So you can even go to the government, the township government. Where many of us come from, we don't go to the government to get any information for health, right? In fact, we're too afraid of them to go to them to begin with. But what I'm hearing Mr. Ali say is that we can even go to the township office, the Welcome Center to do that. And Pastor Goodson mentioned through Ali that you can go to a community organization, a drug treatment center.
You can go to the police department.
The police department
itself.
Okay. All right, very good.
So we have one more comment over here.
And I just wanted to comment that our schools, for our children, our grandchildren, children that we're raising, are great fountains of resource information for health. There are some health determinants that help with not only your child, but your family in general.
So the schools is a place to go. All right. Any other place?
Can I have a question actually to ask over here out of the blue? So tonight we're hearing about some great resources we have in the county. So I just wanted to ask our community members, you know, just by a show of hands, prior to tonight, did you know about any of the resources that were spoken of here? So raise, if you did not know about these resources prior to tonight, please raise your hand. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna ask this question: is there any health information you would like but don't know where to find it? Is there any information tonight, health information that you want but don't know where to go, where to find it? Are you looking for any health information, anything that has to do with? I know Sis Portia talk about mental health. She talk about physical health, like you sick or anything. Do you have any health problem that you don't know where to find the information from? So we can be able to help you and show you or give you the information that you need. You don't know in Delaware County.
Somebody on YouTube is saying, please, you should give the information.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. All right, so we'll give that information. So we'll take that person, we can take that number down and then call them and give that information.
Getting things, my son asked me, like, yes, we're looking for it. So where do I go to get it?
So you're having mental health, like forgetting things, so he's forgetting self-conscious. So he's saying that he's forgetting things a lot, so he want to know where to go to get that information. So we can write that down, and then maybe after we can talk to him to provide that information.
So specifically, we will help you after, because that is an immediate need. But that is something that is probably a question that many others have. You know, I realize my father, and actually this happened with my mom, is forgetting things. Where do I go? Who do I talk to find out, is this normal? Should I be aware of this? Where do I learn it? And that's what we're asking. Where? And if there isn't, if you're not sure where, that tells us a lot too. If you're not sure where to find information about the cough, where to find information about a lip. Yes? Let's hear. What would you like to know?
Hello. Well, my own information I need, I'm a PhD official, but I don't have insurance.
I get a problem at any time I want to take my medication, how I can get it. It's a main problem for me. And my drug is amlodipine, 10 milligram. But for me to get it, I can go to the Delaware Memorial Hospital, they can treat me, but the treatment will not continue. And I have to take it every day. So it's a big problem for me. So as I'm talking right now, I run out of my drug. I don't have no drug. You see? And right now my pressure is up. When I check it this morning, it's 174 all over 97. Yeah.
Miss Josephine, can you tell us where have you gone to get your medication?
At the Delaware Memorial Hospital.
And did you go there this time and they said they can't give you anymore? What made you to run out?
I don't go there now.
Okay.
They can give me the dosage maybe for 1 or 2 months. After that, I can't get it again. I have to go to the hospital again. And it should not be like that. I should have the drug continuously. Because since I'm a pressure patient, I should get the drug every month. When you finish, I go to the pharmacy and collect my drug and pay what I have.
So you don't have it right now because you don't have insurance, or you don't have money. How is it you don't have? We know you ran out, but how come you can't get it again?
The only way I can get it, as I'm telling you right now, except I go to the Delaware Emergency Hospital and report.
So you now have to go to the emergency room in order to get your medication. Is that what we are hearing you say?
Okay.
Is that what you're telling us, that you have to go to the emergency?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, she's saying that she has to go to the emergency room in order to get refill for her medication. And she doesn't have insurance.
So one of the questions was, who do you talk to when you are in that situation? So we need to talk afterwards to make sure your particular issue is addressed. But in general, while we're here, there's probably many people in that situation. I'm stuck. I need to take this medication every day or the treatment will not be effective. And I cannot miss a day. But I know I'm going to miss a day in 5 days because the pills will run out. Who do I talk to? That's what we are trying to find out. Is there a place that people have gone to already? Is there a need for some place in Delaware County so that you can call or go to? These are all the questions that will be reported back because we need to find out. Yes?
Just wait a minute. How many of us here, you don't have insurance, so the only way for you to get your medication, you have to go to the hospital emergency so the doctor can get your medication.
Yeah.
If you are like that yet, please raise your hand if you're comfortable showing it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
If you're able, if you have the ability, you can get it from your, if you have the ability.
You have, by ability, you mean?
If you have the ability.
You have the money.
No, if you have the ability to go and get a medical card.
Okay.
Provided. And that whole thing with the final rule public charge thing, that is scaring a lot of people away now because they feel that if they use these services, that they will, it'll bother their immigration status or trying to get permanent, citizenship or whatever. And they shouldn't be afraid. They should really look at the final rule public charge documents again, because it does not affect as many people as we originally thought it would. But if in fact you have a medical card, then you can go and get your medication. The problem is if you're not able to get the medical card, then you, well, there you go.
And that is what we're asking. How easy, how difficult is it to get the information to be able to do it? Mr. George?
I don't know how to read this. your primary doctor invited you or called you, give him an appointment. You go there and say because you don't have insurance, he sends you back. I don't know how that will be addressed.
Has that happened to you before?
Yes,
Mr.
it happened
Lord?
to me. Yes.
The doctor refused to see you because you didn't
But
have
I don't know what
insurance?
to even to tell it because he gave me the appointment to go there, and they told me as soon as I got there, they asked me because I would like to go on time, and then he said because I don't have insurance, and I gave all information to him, and he never treated me. I came back up to later. I have now gone back to the primary doctor.
Thank you.
Now, yeah, another thing here. We call it a psychosomatic. Yeah, mind and body. You understand me? You go to the doctor and say, "Oh, I can't take care of you. I need to refer you to somebody." Obviously, you were sick, but because he told you that he cannot do anything, you got to get a problem in your mind. You understand me? I'm a medical personnel. I'm a physician assistant. I'm an RN. And nobody, 339 in Liberia, you go to my file, you will see. Now, what I'm looking at is, there are so many things that we have to look after. We know in the whole world, we're not able to treat a man, psychiatry, cannot treat a man. You understand? That's one of the things. You understand? Because psychiatry has two problems. You have the neurotic and the psychosis. You understand me? Now, the second thing is yellow jaundice. What about hepatitis? You get A, B, C, and D. We don't treat that. Even European, in the Western world, it cannot treat. In Africa, it can be treated.
So, Mr. George, let's take it back to the medical appointment with your doctor in the interest of time, okay?
Okay.
How
So
is
please,
that related to
okay.